Hello everyone, and welcome to my Vanderpump Bombshell channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Lisa Vanderpump is Group Kyle Richards. The Vanderpump Rules namesake has run into previous BFF Richards' alienated spouse, Mauricio Umansky, since the pair split. Furthermore, in spite of their messed up kinship, it appears Vanderpump has Richard's well-being on a basic level. I have seen Mauricio. I saw him at hitting the dance floor with the stars, no doubt, she said while showing up on Today with Hoda and Jenna. I kicked him in the ass. Vanderpump, 63, and Richards, 55, may not be friendly, but rather that doesn't mean the SUR proprietor doesn't have considerations about the Halloween entertainer's conjugal alienation. I realized there were many tales, yet I'm somewhat the greatest promoter for not paying attention to reports, particularly in the cafe business and stuff. Vanderpump said of the genuine housewives of Beverly Slopes couples parted. Yet I feel extremely miserable for her, since I realized Kyle truly held her marriage exceptionally close and close. It was vital to her. Also, she generally gave the impression of everything being great, whether it was or it wasn't. She proceeded, I believe it's a disgrace, I truly do. I want to believe that they find their direction back to one another. Vanderpump isn't anticipating contacting Richard straightforwardly with expressions of help, yet accepts the individual Bravo vet knows where she stands. I feel that boat has cruised. At the point when I run into her, it hasn't been precisely great. Yet I think she knows how I feel. I've been exceptionally legitimate about that, Vanderpump added. In July 2023, individuals made it known that Richards and Umansky had isolated. While showing up at BravoCon 2023 months after the fact, Richards separated about the condition of the marriage. I simply need to say, many individuals think, arrange it. Fix it. Clearly, that is the very thing I would need, she said at that point. This isn't what I would call my fantasy, obviously. In any case, I really do see the value in the entirety of your help. Richard's kinship with Vanderpump, notwithstanding, finished at some point in 2019 after the Puppygate calamity circulated on Season 9 of RHOBA. For me to put my hand to God and swear on my kid's life, regardless have my companion distrust me, is unsuitable. Vanderpump wrote in a blog entry at that point. I guarantee you, in the event that any of my companions were as vociferous in their proclamation of blamelessness, holding up their kid's life, learn to expect the unexpected. Was Stassi Schroeder on the first cast program for the Vanderpump Rules side project, The Valley? Fans as of late saw the promotion for the new series, debuting in spring 2024. However, they couldn't resist the opportunity to feel somebody was absent, and that was Stassi. All in all, might she at any point have possibly been important for the show? Peruse on for additional subtleties. Stassi Schroeder on unique list for The Valley? Back in 2020, a Vanderpump Rules side project was underway. Stassi Schroeder uncovered this as one of her books. She made sense of that a large portion of the cast had continued on from Lisa Vanderpump's eatery SUR, were locked in, wedded, and hoping to begin families. They likewise had professions from LVP, so Stassi asserted that her Italy wedding would be the hybrid occasion. Then, she and Kristen Doubt were terminated, with Jax Taylor and Brittany Cartwright departing also. At last, enough time had passed by, and the interest was there that the side project was back on the table. The Valley promotion was displayed at the Siphon Rules Season 11 debut party, yet when it was delivered to the general population, they had questions. I'm astonished at my own energy, and as of now need Stassi on it. Who even am I? I wish that Stassi Schroeder and at The Good, the Bad, the Boogie were essential for this. I wish it were Stassi and Lover. However, might we at any point get Stassi and Lover back? Thanks. Bring Stassi and Playmate back, kick. In this way, fans truly felt the show would best work with Stassi and her significant other, Playmate Clark, who was presented in Season 7. For reasons unknown, Bravo needed her, also, as she made sense of on Jeff Lewis Live. They needed her for the sizzle reel to exhibit what the show would be about. Nonetheless, Stassi Schroeder shared that she knew quickly that she would have rather not been a piece of it in any way. She made sense of that she isn't close with any of the cast of The Valley, however explained at the time she was asked. She was a lot nearer The Valley cast. The current alums who have endorsed on are Brittany Cartwright, Jax Taylor, and Kristen Dowd alongside her sweetheart, Luke Broderick. Fans may likewise recollect Zach Wickham, as he was dearest companions with Brittany and her best pal from back home. Stassi Schroeder explained she is at an alternate point in her life and didn't feel this show was ideal for her. Be that as it may, she is still close with a portion of the Vanderpump cast like Lala Kent, Katie Maloney, and Tom Schwartz. She even tries with Shiana Shea as their little girls go to one another's birthday events. It's miserable to figure what might have been. Could you have jumped at the chance to see Stassi on The Valley? Or on the other hand, would you say you are fine with who is on the show up until this point? Tell us your considerations in the remarks. James Kennedy is in one of the most steady close connections on Vanderpump Rules. He and partner Luber have been continuing forward starting around 2022. And the pair is moving gradually up the food chain towards being the main couple in the gathering. As their relationship gets increasingly serious, everybody has been pondering when marriage will come into the image. They've both conceded that they're not exactly prepared for marriage, but rather James is now conceptualizing about what his proposition will resemble. Beforehand, James conceded that a stroll down the walkway isn't in the short term for himself and partner. Nonetheless, that hasn't prevented him from contemplating the second when he asks about getting hitched. Obviously, we as a whole saw James give Rachel Leviss a beyond preposterous proposition in Season 9 of Vanderpump Rules. It supposedly cost more than $25,000, and he set up a Coachella-enlivened occasion to see about getting hitched. Clearly, the enormous proposition was definitely not a help for progress in that relationship. Yet that isn't preventing James from thinking beyond practical boundaries for when its partners move. At a debut occasion for Season 11 of VPR, James let the Courier know that he and partner are continuously discussing their future together. They're not in that frame of mind to get hitched, but rather James has a few thoughts at the top of the priority list on how going down is going. We're continuously discussing fun dreams from now on. Stuff like that, he shared. I believe should do it up huge and unique for partner, and when we decide to do that. You know, I would wed her this evening. I'll wed her this evening. Yet similar to, what's the hurry? What's the ridiculous rush? James has the right thought regarding not being in that frame of mind to stroll down the walkway. In the realm of unscripted television, marriage can be perilous. He and partner have a house together. They have a canine. That ring will come soon enough, and when it does, we realize James will do it large. Thanks for watching if you like this video. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't miss any updates.